I was sitting around watching the Winter Olympic opening ceremonies, and then something came across my feed about the Lyin King. Yeah, not the cartoon. We all know who we're talking about. The Donald, the Lyin King Trump. Now this guy's trying to say that one of his staffers is the person that posted the video and the still photo of the Obamas on his True Social account. Only thing is, it's 11:30 at night. So, is this one of Trump's sundowning episodes, or is this just Trump being another facetious, nasty individual who's now trying to claw his way out, and yet you got guys out here like Senator Scott, who he's like, yeah, I called him. Everything's cool with me and him. Of course it is, man. He's another Sambo soldier. You can pretty much do and say whatever you want, and they're going to keep bowing down and kissing that ring. And he knows it. That's why he keeps pushing the limit. And he's going to keep pushing the limit until he gets called out again. And that's what happens with him. It's a reoccurring thing with him. He'll do something or say something stupid, and he'll get all this backlash. And all of a sudden, he's like, oh, he gets into a frenzy, gets with his staff and says, come on, I got to try to fix this now. And the only problem with him is he never takes the blame. He was asked tonight, are you going to apologize for what was posted? Oh, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. It was one of my staffers. The guy has lived his whole life never having to take the blame or responsibility for anything. He's always been able, from the boardroom to the bathroom, blame somebody else for the problem, and they're the ones who get fired. Remember that? You're fired. That's right. You're fired. That's his whole thing. And that's what he's done his whole life. He's never taken responsibility for anything he's done. And it's another example. He's never going to apologize. He's never going to take responsibility. He's just going to sit there and put the blame on somebody else and say, I didn't know anything about it. What are you talking about? I didn't know somebody had posted this at 11:30 at night, Even 11:30 in the morning, let's say. It's him. It was no staffer. He talks about the people. What people, man? You got people sitting around at 11:30 with you at nighttime while you're sundowning or whatever crazy activity is going on with you at that time of the night? Because we all know Melania doesn't live in the White House. She lives in New York. Or she lives somewhere else other than New York when she's not there. She doesn't even like being in D.C. She don't even like being in the White House. So he's sitting there at 11:30 at night, twiddling his thumbs and reposting nasty, disparaging things towards an ex-president. And the ex-president came out with a video, his wife did. It basically was showing how they had met and how many years they've been married and so forth, how they'd gone on their first date and where they had gone. They'd gone to a art museum. They went out for ice cream, but there was a message behind that. See, the message is Trump would never be in that type of relationship. He's not that kind of not that type of an individual, man. He's a pretty much wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Here's some money. Go out on a lamb type of dude. He's not, I'm gonna court you. We're gonna go on these romantic dates. would go out for ice cream. Nah, he'd probably go out for ice cream, and then while the date ate one ice cream, like, can I order my third one, please? You want another ice cream? No, you don't need another ice cream. You got to keep your figure. One ice cream's good enough for you, but I'll have my third one. That's the guy you're dealing with right there, man. Doesn't take any responsibility for anything he'll ever do, anything he's ever done, and he'll never take responsibility for anything in the future. It's always going to be somebody else's fault, from the January 6th insurrection being Nancy Pelosi's fault, to now this with Barack Obama, and there's a million other things that he's not taking responsibility for and blamed other people for it. So this is the guy that, you know, unfortunately we have to deal with for the next 3 years, and he's going to be saying more. I don't even want to know the insane shit that he's going to say later on, guys. If it's already this fucking insane, just imagine what insane shit he's going to continue saying in the next 3 years. Anyhow, guys, that's my video. I'm Tommy. I appreciate all my new subscribers. Thanks again. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps out the channel. And like always, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.